Crocs are everywhere, adorning the feet of everyday workers and celebrities alike. These shoes have even strutted their way onto the glamorous runways of Paris Fashion Week. But there was a time when no one could have imagined that a shoe everyone finds ugly would become a global phenomenon. A phenomenon almost as absurd as the future depicted in the 2006 movie Idiocracy. This movie showed a dystopian world where intelligence is in short supply. Costco has a law school, and every idiot wears idiot shoes, aka Crocs. But the real question is, how did the shoes even make it into the movie? In a stroke of ironic genius, faced with a tight budget, the costume designer opted for Crocs. These shoes were ugly, as well as look something only a foolish person would wear, so they must be the wave of the future. Fast forward to today, it seems that the future is here, and it's wearing Crocs. But let's be clear, characters wearing these hole-riddled shoes weren't meant as a jab at people who wear them. The filmmaker, in a 2016 interview, explained that Crocs were not out in the world yet, and were just a small startup at the time. He said, "We shot in 2004, so no one was wearing Crocs, and she showed me these things and I thought, oh, those are great, just stupid plastic shoes." However, by the time the movie was released in 2006, Crocs had grown in popularity, which made their presence in the movie seem like an extra layer of satire about where the society was headed. But Crocs being part of a comedy movie isn't the crazy part. What's surprising is how we went from laughing at the croc-clad citizens of Idiocracy to eagerly embracing the shoe ourselves. And all credit to this. Today, the Crocs manufacturing company is worth over a whopping $7.9 billion. So how did we get here? Did we all collectively lose our minds? The actual story of these brightly colored and super comfortable shoes is also as surprising as their look. It all began in the early 2000s when three friends, Scott Seamans, Lyndon Hanson, and George Boedecker Jr. went on a Caribbean sailing trip to cheer their friend up. Scott, an inventor, had brought along some rubber-like clogs he'd been developing, inspired by a comfortable boating shoe created by Foam Creations, a Canadian company, and decided to create his own version. These clogs, made from Croslite, were odor and water resistant, slip-proof, and very comfortable. Despite their initial skepticism, George and Lyndon found the shoes surprisingly comfortable. Inspired, the trio acquired the rights to manufacture shoes using this Croslite material, and that's how Crocs was born. All three of them did have business experience, but shoes were an untapped niche for all three. Luckily, they decided to take a risk and start a company. While Lyndon planned how to sell the shoes, Scott worked on the product, and George brought in the investment money. They set up their business in Colorado and ordered the first batch of shoes from Canada. The first Croc was aptly named The Beach, and to sell them, they went on a boat show in Florida. Their big break came unexpectedly at the boat show, where their crazy idea of throwing shoes at potential customers and telling them to try them on proved surprisingly effective, and they sold hundreds of pairs. What they didn't expect was how many people outside of boating wanted the shoes. Nurses, cooks, and others loved how comfortable they were. This is when the three friends realized they might have created something really big. Crocs became more than just shoes. They were a symbol of comfort and individuality. Even though some people thought Crocs were ugly and wouldn't last, the company kept growing steadily. In 2004, in a smart move, the company went ahead and acquired Foam Creations. Another smart move was to let stores buy only a few shoes at the time, which made it easier for small stores to sell Crocs. Crocs became super popular, all because everyone had something to say about the shoe, whether good or bad. As a result, in 2006, Crocs had its IPO, raising $239 million. The Crocs founders and early investors became rich, but running a huge company that was growing so quickly was particularly hard, as they had to work all the time. So what happened to the three friends? Did their friendship endure the pressures of success? Are they still involved in the company? Well, not really. Things took a turn for the worse when Crocs co-founder George Boedecker started behaving erratically and threatened his brother-in-law. As a result, he was removed from the board of directors, and a series of new articles popped out about his drunk driving in 2012. The company then decided that they had nothing to do with George anymore and replaced him with Lyndon's old friend, Ron Snyder. Crocs thrived under Ron's leadership, expanding rapidly with new models, increased revenue, and growing international presence. In 2006, Crocs made a strategic move by acquiring Jibbitz, a company that made fun accessories for Crocs shoes and allowed wearers to personalize their Crocs. They even secured licensing deals with major brands like Disney and the NBA. However, the financial crisis of 2008 dealt a severe blow to Crocs. Sales dropped and the company had to lay off workers. Their competitors also accused them of copying other shoe designs and faced legal challenges, further damaging the company's reputation and stock value. Yet, Crocs managed to survive, continuing to innovate and adapt. From 2008 to 2018, Crocs struggled with overexpansion and inventory issues. In 2008, Crocs bought a few companies, including Title Trade, a South African company, for $4.6 million, but had to pay back some money because of previous sales. Tagger, a Dutch company that made bags for $2 million, mostly for the brand name, and Fury Inc., which they later sold because it wasn't making money. Unfortunately, not all acquisitions were successful. However, smart marketing and celebrity endorsements, like those from Justin Bieber and Post Malone, revived the brand. Collaborations with high-fashion brands and focus on individuality and creativity helped Crocs regain popularity. Initially, Crocs' appeal was rooted in practicality. However, the shoe's appearance didn't let it break free from the ugly cute narrative. A pivotal turning point arrived when Crocs began to resonate with younger customers through their limited edition releases in recent years. By surprising fans with unexpected collaborations and drop dates, the brand has cultivated a Gen Z following who are more interested in quickly purchasing and flaunting their buys on TikTok. Simultaneously, the fashion industry underwent a paradigm shift. The rise of normcore and ugly chic aesthetics created an opening for unconventional footwear. This cultural shift, coupled with strategic collaborations with high-fashion designers like Christopher Kane and Balenciaga, elevated Crocs' status from functional to fashionable. By infusing the brand with high-end design elements, these partnerships challenged perceptions and expanded Crocs' appeal to a luxury-oriented customer. Crocs have shown resilience despite challenges, much like the crocodile they're named after. The brand made a strong comeback during the COVID-19 pandemic when comfort became paramount. They not only provided comfort, but Crocs also contributed to the global fight against the pandemic by donating Croc work shoes to healthcare workers, further solidifying their place in people's hearts. Crocs also takes corporate responsibility seriously. Their Crocs Cares program has been a beacon of their commitment to social causes, with millions of shoes donated to countries in need. Additionally, the company's eco-friendly initiatives, like reducing packaging waste, resonate with the environmentally conscious. Through this calculated strategy, Crocs achieved record revenues of $1.4 billion in 2020 and witnessed a staggering 93% increase from 2020 to 2021. And by 2021, Crocs reported a record revenue of $2.3 billion. Fast forward to 2022, and Crocs made the strategic move by acquiring Hey Dude. This acquisition marked a substantial investment in the footwear industry, aiming to expand Crocs' market share and target a potentially new customer base. By acquiring Hey Dude, Crocs demonstrated its ambition to become a dominant player in the casual footwear sector. As of August 2024, Crocs has a market cap of $7.19 billion. Once dismissed as ugly and impractical, the brand has not only survived, but thrived. The story of Crocs is a reminder that even the most unexpected ideas can find a place in the world, and that sometimes the ugliest duckling can turn into the most beautiful swan. But let's be real, Crocs are still undeniably ugly. Crocs are here to stay, because comfy is the new cool. But in the ever-changing world of high fashion, how will Crocs continue to evolve? Will the trend eventually be abandoned? Or can new ways be found to incorporate it? If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And let us know in the comments, how do you like to customize your Crocs? And share your thoughts on the Crocs journey from ridiculed to revered.